Yes, please.
Okay, so I've got a few materials for the board, but I didn't realize that all old and new members would be here. So I was wondering if you'd still like to have them. No, I can't share them equally. There's only 8 folders, and there's.
Well, why don't you give them to Karen, and Karen will
Sure.
work out what to do. And you realize we kind of limit this to about 4 or 5 minutes.
Okay, fine. All right, so my name is Miguel Hymes. Before I start, I'd really like to take a minute to thank the board for all they've done in the name of sustainability. For example, being a part of and helping found iGen, which is helping prepare communities, campuses, and students for the green energy future, to your commitment to carbon neutrality, and for your commitment to LEED certified construction for all renovation and new buildings that are happening on campus. So thank you for that. I really appreciate being a part of a school that's trying to become more green every year. So again, I'm Miguel Hymes. I'm an engineering student here at CLC. I'm the president of Chemistry Club. I'm an active member of Latino Alliance and Environmental Club. And I'm also active in an outside climate advocacy group called Citizens Climate Lobby. And so a little bit about Citizens Climate Lobby. We're a nonprofit, nonpartisan organization that empowers citizens like me, like you, to build the confidence that they need to talk to their representatives. And so we meet with our representatives and we find common ground on their perspective on climate change and ours, and we help bring them solutions and talk about solutions to climate change, of which we believe the best solution is carbon fee and dividend. It's our proposed federal legislation that we're trying to get passed. So I'm here today because as part of being part of CCL, I've really found that my voice matters. I've been able to talk to representatives locally and in DC last year, and I found that I really can make an impact. People listen to you, so I would like to see if I could have CLC's voice be a part of my message, so amplify it. So let me just place some notes. So here at school, what I've been doing with Citizens Climate Lobby, me and Henry have been doing presentations to school clubs, and we've gotten about 7 presentations, and we've collected constituent comment forms from about 50 students here at CLC, and they're all expressing concern for climate change and asking Congress to take action on climate change. So Henry, do you have the 50 constituent comment forms? You could all pass these around, and so I'm here today basically just to ask the board if they'd consider endorsing carbon fee and dividends legislation. I'd really like to bring something to DC this year, and along with all these constituent comment forms, I'd like to bring a sort of constituent comment form of the board of College of Lake County that'll help complement and amplify these voices in front of our legislators. So let me tell you a little bit about carbon fee and dividend. It's basically carbon pricing legislation, and it puts a slowly rising fee on carbon emissions that makes fossil fuels more makes fossil fuels cost prohibitive over time, and clean energy more attractive, and then it brings carbon dioxide emissions to safe levels, and then we avert a climate crisis this way. So I was going to play a YouTube video, but I actually can't, so never mind. But I'd like to open up to any questions the board may have, and whether or not you're like to consider endorsing the legislation.
So Miguel, I've talked to you and Henry before this meeting.
Right.
And I explained to you that you would come here. I think the board will need some time to look at the material.
Yeah.
And we can share that video. We can send a link to that video. And then the chairman can talk to them in full. But if there are any questions right now,
Any questions?
I think they'll need some time to digest that.
Okay. I know it's a lot to ask for, especially since it's legislation. Would the board consider signing something like that's an endorsement on climate action? It's a bit of a step down, but it's easier to sign. And since you guys have already been doing so much for climate change, and I have a couple of those forms here if you'd like to.
Well, I think that's something, again, that we're going to have to look at the materials and
Okay.
make that decision at that point.
All right.
You know, it would take the place of, it would need to come to the board in the form of a resolution or something.
I see.
On the agenda in the future, we kind of said that. So this is really an introduction and explanation for the
Right.
board. They can't really take action on it. They need to look.
I know. I think it was worth a try since we're going next month and it's going to be before the next board meeting. But I'll definitely be back to ask guys.
Well, and they can see, you know, the chairman can hold them, they can look at it.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.